Oh, that's nice music. Hi, I'm Alan Ross, President and CEO of AJRoss Creative Media. Welcome to Creative Marketing on WTBQ. Every week we'll be discussing different topics and trends that can help market your business. If you'd like to call us and ask a question or want to give your input, you can call us at 845-651-1110. Again, 845-651-1110. That was my phone. We are also streaming at facebook.com/AJRoss Creative. That's our Facebook page, and we are live now, right, Carlos?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. My guest today is Michelle Dawson, owner of the Barre Art Barn in Blooming Grove. Funny story about Michelle.
Oh, God.
It'll be good.
It'll be good. Don't worry about it, Michelle. My wife's in real estate, so she comes walking into our agency and says, "Is Linda there?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, I'm looking for the rental, blah, blah, blah." Comes in and speaks to Carlos. "I need a new website." And boom, she gets a new rental. We do a new website, and we have a good friend. And I must tell you, I've gotten to know Michelle, and she's very bright and very smart. She wouldn't have gotten to where she is now.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so, and also I have Carlos Vega, who's my creative director and my partner. And before we start, I like to do a quote of the day. Is that okay, Carlos?
Yeah, let's
Is
get
that
it
okay?
Oh, awesome.
Okay. This is from Steve Jobs. I love Steve
Me
Jobs.
too.
Okay. Marketing is about values. It is a complicated and noisy world, and we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. So we have to be really clear about what we want them to know about us. So true.
It's very true.
Yeah. You want to comment on that before I start grilling you?
Well, that that even applies to what you were talking about with your business philosophy.
Well, I do love Steve Jobs, so yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a great quote.
Okay.
I need 10 minutes on it.
Yeah, well,
Got to digest that
so
one.
I looked at your website, which is, we're fixing.
And it looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. A lofty moment studio in a refurbished barn offering classes ranging from aerial yoga to boot camps. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot more that she offers than that.
Oh, I know.
Which is
How'd
really
you get
interesting.
involved in yoga? Well, you do a lot of teacher training.
Mm-hmm.
You do, it's not yoga, it's body art.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you have camps for kids.
That's true.
You rent out the barn and parties.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the barn.
Well, body art came before the barn, but I think maybe the barn might be the selling point. The barn is 200 years old. It's, it was going to be torn down, and I needed a place to go. I was in a studio in downtown Chester, and I had started doing aerial yoga, and I needed a place to offer the aerial yoga, which I needed a lot of space and high ceilings, so it was my friend's barn. Her father's barn. It had been in the family. It's on Route 94 in Blooming Grove. And it just had the right amount of space and the right
Feel.
And I just took it.
So, I mean, you took it, but the bottom, I would think, I'm not telling how you think, but I think you saw a place where you could really get into your art.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I think really bottom line for this taking the space was I absolutely needed a place to house my students, and they had already fallen in love with aerial yoga, even though my first service in the studio in Chester was yoga. And I knew that this would be the place that could house that, with the size of the square footage and the height of the ceilings. The beams. I was able to hang silks from beams.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
There's a theme. There's definitely a passion. There's a feeling that when somebody walks into your studio, and
she designed the whole place.
Yeah, you designed the whole place.
Yeah.
So how did you get into yoga? And of course, then we're going to go into the marketing and all that. But how did you get into where you are now? Go ahead.
I was afraid of this question.
Then give the simple version.
Give
Simple
the quick,
version?
Give the
Yeah.
quick
Okay.
version.
Give the version you want to give.
Okay. Yes. Simple version is, to be honest, I'm first and foremost a henna artist.
Okay. And why don't you tell people what henna is?
Henna is an all-natural dye that comes from a plant that grows in India. And it was used for Indian weddings and different types of rites of passage as kind of, dare I say, a temporary tattoo, marking the body. So I was doing that forever.
Where were you doing that?
Festivals, Renaissance festivals, music festivals.
So you traveled around the
Traveled
country.
all over.
So you're a gypsy, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, roots as a gypsy.
What was the song, Gypsy?
Yeah, don't go there.
Lots of them.
So, and it was seasonal. Like I was living in New York after I got off the road. I mean, I was doing it all over the country. But then once I came home, which this is my home, the Hudson Valley, it was seasonal. And so come October, the weather got cold, festivals weren't happening, and I would get like petrified. Like, how am I gonna continue the cash flow? So I decided that yogis cash flow.
What's cash flow?
Cash flow is like,
I
you
know
make
what
that
it
money.
is. I know what it is.
So I figured yogis would be the perfect clientele to market the henna to. So luckily for us, Ananda Ashram is, if nobody knows about Ananda Ashram, and we're very lucky to have it, it's in Monroe. It's a traditional ashram, one of the only kind of its sort. And so I painted my body up in henna and decided to take a yoga class, and figured they would fall in love with my henna and hire me to paint henna. And that was that. I took a yoga class and was instantly hooked, and forgot about the fact that I wanted to market the henna, and got into yoga and developed this passion. And
now you're teaching it as well.
and now, yeah.
Now you're training other.
Training other people to teach yoga.
Do you know there's a song about henna?
Is there?
Henna, henna, da 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 da. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Your producing days are over.
All the things that I was nervous about are happening.
Oh no, these aren't all the
Carlos
things.
is on track.
Oh no, this is still the PG version.
Okay.
So-
We're live.
So
Yep.
we have about 3 or 4 minutes before we go to break. So let's start a little bit. You know, what's your formula or strategy about how you built your business and how you keep it going, and your formula?
I do inadvertently have a formula that works for me, and I think could work for other people who are also entrepreneurs. And it's simple. The formula is to be authentic. You know, it's
Which people can tell if you're not.
you really. I
You
mean,
really can.
It's like if you have to pick a career out of a box, then it's not going to work. You know. You have to be authentically connected to your business and what you do. So authenticity. I think investment, that's the second component and characteristic, is you absolutely have to invest in your business.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we all know about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You know.
You just broke Alan a little bit by saying that one.
Why?
I've been investing for 40 years. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Make that money, use the money to make more money.
Yeah. And retire. No, we're doing fine.
There's no retiring.
Maybe for you, but not now. Carlos and Matthew, when is he going? Is he leaving? No. Go ahead.
We're dropping him off at a retirement home after the show.
Your son.
Yeah,
And him.
Alan.
Me.
Yeah, we're gonna drop
you're
Alan
being
off.
dropped off.
Yeah.
Good. You got good people waiting in your wings.
No, they're wonderful. I'm very lucky.
So authenticity, investment, and then the final thing that I think is important is, you know, you got to take risks. You know, in business, you got to be willing to take risks.
And evolve.
And evolve. And, you know, no one I know or anyone I've read about, including Steve Jobs and all these other people, you have to fail to make it. And you're going to fail even when you do make it.
Yeah.
And there's only a certain amount of people that will do what we do, you and I do, because, you know,
You got to be tough.
You got to be tough. But for me, I couldn't work for anybody else.
Same.
So that's an investment, just not to have to. Well, I wouldn't work. I mean, I just don't have that personality.
I don't think it would
I'd
be
rather
possible.
drive a cab, which I did in 1974 up and down First Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
which I look back and I said, oh, I didn't like. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what it would be like. So,
Still drive like you're driving a cab.
no, please.
Maybe you can drive an Uber.
Would you want him picking you up in an Uber?
No.
I would tape
stick with
everything
advertising.
anyway. So anyway, let me ask you a question. I know a lot of women come for you. Are there men coming to you?
Yeah, actually, this year, in particular, for whatever reason, there's an influx
Really?
of young men coming. In my teacher training right now, I have 5 men
Teaching? Yoga?
learning to teach.
Really?
Learning
Tell
to
us
teach.
about your teaching program. I know that you actually teach people
To teach.
yoga, which is that not a lot of people do that around.
It's a big thing for studios, definitely. I'm not the only studio in the area. In fact, every studio in the area does a teacher training. I
But
would
you're the
say,
best studio to go to for it, right?
Say yes.
Don't
Say
say
yes.
it. I cannot say that
All
live.
right,
on
we'll
the
say
air.
it live.
And
She's
then we
the
cut
best.
for break.
No, soon. We're about 30 seconds
Oh
away.
shit! Shoot.
Yes.
I'll get a little beep device.
Yeah, we got a
You
beeper.
didn't tell me about the cursing.
Anyway, so where were we? I didn't think we'd go there. Anyway, so
Break.
we're getting there soon. So we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. I have Michelle Dawson from the Body Barn, or Barn Body, or
Body art.
Body
bar.
art.
Body
Barn.
Art Barn, and I'm here with Carlos Vega, and this is Creative Marketing on WTBQ.
AJRoss Creative Media is the premier marketing, advertising agency, web design, and social media company in the Hudson Valley. AJRoss connects their clients with prospective customers by generating powerful marketing and advertising concepts. Meet with the AJRoss team and you'll walk away with a new and innovative approach that'll bring your company to the next level. Contact the AJRoss team and set up a free consultation and get started with the best. Visit AJRoss.com.
This is Zach Kruk, Sports Director for WTBQ. Tune in every weekday morning to the Frank Truatt Morning Show to get the latest news, scores, and info about your favorite teams and players. That's every Monday through Friday on the Frank Truatt Morning Show, right here on WTBQ.
Be listening Friday, December the 21st for the Jimmy Stirrer at the Paramount Show, recorded earlier this month in 2018, featuring Larry Chance and the Earls. All 3 hours brought to you by Interstate Batteries on WTBQ.
We're back. This is Alan Ross with Creative Marketing. My guest today is Michelle Dawson from the Barre Art Barn, and Carlos Vega from AJRoss. And Carlos, why don't you take away a little bit today? And
Well, like we said, we're going to get into a little bit of the marketing side of things, and we just started this with you a little bit. So we know we've been doing some social media. Your website's a major tool for what you're doing. What other kind of stuff have you done over the years to draw people in to the studio?
Well, Instagram is a huge marketplace.
Yeah, you have a lot of stories on there too.
Yeah, I love Instagram. I've always loved Instagram, even just as an opportunity to share images and imagery. I love imagery. My very first love is photography before all the things. I always wanted to be a photographer. And so I think I use the camera and I use the Hudson Valley, taking pictures of the Hudson Valley and capturing the real beauty of the Hudson Valley. And I think that draws people to the barn. The barn is so beautiful, and just capturing the beauty of the barn draws people in too. So that's all through social media, Instagram, Facebook. Those are my 2 major tools.
And see, I think you're hitting on something that's major and a lot of people actually overlook in their marketing is lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know, when it comes to marketing and all this, people need to be able to picture the environment, picture themselves there. It doesn't matter what medium, what kind of business you have. when you're marketing to people, you need to represent that in a way. And earlier you're talking about how you set up the studio, and it really is beautiful. I mean, painted everything, really made it to your own liking and all this, but you set the ground to make great imagery and really a lifestyle in this place. And I've been to quite a few yoga studios, not for myself, but
You'll come.
yeah, eventually I might. Now, see, what I want to see is Facebook live stream of you teaching Alan yoga. That's something we'll stream on our page one day.
Yeah, okay.
But really, imagery and the lifestyle, and you've really set this up to be a very comfortable environment for that. So between that and your
Yeah.
photography,
Yeah, it's captivating. You know, you want people to feel comfortable, and you want people to like really remember the space and everything about the space, how it smelled, how it felt to be there when they walk through the doors. Especially with yoga, you know, you drop everything. You know, you just walk in and it's a big exhale. Even for me, like with the big responsibility of being the boss or whatever, the curator of this space, every time I walk in those doors, it's like, you know.
and I've seen that every time Christine's walked out of a yoga studio,
Yeah.
the first thing she does is her shoulders are down. She's just sighing,
Yeah.
smiling.
Yeah.
Christine?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She goes to yoga all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And every time she walks out, just like she described, she's just relaxed. She's smiling. She feels better. She
And
comes
it's the
home. She wants
community
those smells.
too. Like you're around people that are also interested in experiencing more and more peace. You know, so it's not. You get to talk to like-minded individuals, and I think the community and the friends that you make, and you know the teachers and everything that happens there, it's just its own little microcosm.
Yeah, but like-minded individuals, but they're all from different walks of life.
Different walks of life, and as soon as they come into those doors,
See, this is our ongoing theme about, you know, we have Facebook and texting and emails and voicemails, but again, your company is all about the
Person-to-person type thing.
You know, you can sell this company, but if they don't come and get that wow and this from you, I mean, you know, so it's all about working with people,
And you have to
I
be
think-
comfortable with those people.
And I think a lot of the marketing that's going on today. I mean, we went to a couple proposals. Well, you know, my nephew can do a logo for us. Great. I said, so can he build your Mercedes too? You know, we actually said, can he build your Mercedes? Well, what do I need a logo for? You know, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
and this is a major big company, has a lot of money. So,
the
you know.
investment part is lacking for those people. They need to remember investment.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So,
You know, in the space and creating that space for people, that is part of authenticity. Like that's who
is.
I am.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I've always done. Even when I was doing henna on the streets and at festivals, like I don't really think that people were coming for the henna. That it was this beautiful tent with fabrics and saris and pillows, and the henna has a specific smell that you could smell from like far away, and people would just be drawn in and captivated by the space. And then once they were captivated, they were like, well, what do you do here?
I think we need to go. At least I think I need to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should be there
Sounds like-
daily.
do you do meditation and all that sort
We
of
have
stuff?
meditation. We have we do meditation. We do yoga for all levels. I even have a free class every Sunday.
Where? Oh, by the way, where is the barn?
The barn is located on Route 94 in Blooming Grove, New York.
Big red barn.
Big Red Barn. We're around the back.
And what's your phone number there?
Phone number?
People call
for
you.
people to call.
Oh, they call.
They do call.
Did they call or?
They don't. They email.
Oh, what's your email?
Info, INFO, @thebodyartstudio.com.
Okay.
I mean, you can call, but
Whatever you want to do.
yeah.
Just stop by. I
Just
drove
stop-
by this place
yeah.
every single day, and I didn't even realize it was there.
Yeah.
Until we.
Well,
met
we're
and
going to
got
make
working
sure
with it.
everyone
We're
knows
fixing
it's
that
there. We're
now.
Yeah.
fixing that now. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and imagine that.
It's a great space.
Barely any signage, and people are coming
Yeah.
from word of mouth.
And it's
That's
more than
pretty
just
cool.
yoga too. It's yoga, pole, Barre.
Bar, lira, circus hoop, aerial, hammocks, tissue, spin silk.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on.
Do
There.
the seniors come there too?
Yeah, because we have very
That's
gentle.
why she invited you, Alan.
We have gentle classes. I have yoga for all levels, and that's important to make sure that you have yoga, so you don't intimidate people, to have yoga for all levels.
Well, I'll tell you a quick story. My father-in-law, Larry Calhoun, he's where Linda's
Yeah,
today.
he's strong, man.
The man's 91 years old. Up
Yeah.
until like 2 years, he was benching 250. I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy.
Anomaly.
He's in great shape.
Yeah.
He's in great shape. Well, he can't take me anymore, but that's because he's 91. And I'm sure if he's listening, he says, wait till he comes down there.
I think I'd still put my money on him.
I've seen pictures of him. He's pretty amazing.
yeah.
But there's something you both touched on that actually is really synonymous with itself, and that's the branding aspect that a lot of companies don't realize. Yes, you need to develop a great logo, but that person to person, when people meet people like you, Michelle, or Alan or us or whatever it is, the experience they have when they come into your space, the kind of work you do for them or the things you teach them, all of that is your brand. It becomes synonymous with that logo. Yes, a logo is one thing, but it's also how you answer the phone. It's how you treat somebody when they're face-to-face with you, what kind of service you give them, what kind of space you bring them into. All that becomes synonymous with that logo, and it's really important.
I got to be honest, when we were listening and she was explaining about the silk and all that, I mean, I was drawn in because I heard the love and the passion and this is her whole soul.
Thank you.
And I
That's
heard
right.
that,
Thank you.
and that's unusual,
Thank you.
so.
I might cry.
And if you see the space, it's really impressive.
Yeah, we gotta go over there. We gotta put stuff in the windows and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna tell you a couple things that you're not expecting to hear from me.
Oh,
Okay,
Not a bad
are we
thing.
live?
It's not a bad thing. No cursing.
we've been working with Michelle for the last couple of months, or
At least.
Okay, you're a single mom.
That's true.
You have a wonderful daughter. We met her. Where's she going to school? Okay.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Still
Well,
deciding.
Yeah.
where I'm going at
rough.
is, we kid around a lot. You come, we go back and forth. You're a very, very strong woman.
Tough, right?
Not tough, just, a strong, very caring, very passionate woman. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for you.
Thank
and what
you.
You're a
you're
very
doing.
good
Thank you.
businesswoman.
Thank you.
And
Built a really
I'll be
great
honest
business.
with you. I know you were expecting me to come here. And,
He heckles me a lot.
but when Carlos and I was reading, some of the things you said, I said, she's really smart.
Oh, thank you.
So
you.
we have a few minutes left. Is there anything you'd like to talk about or like to
Share with other
with
people?
other people?
About how you've gotten your business, where you're going with it in the future.
Ooh, future. Yeah, the future of body art. I've been recently, within the last year, really thinking about the future of body art, and the word or essence that keeps coming to mind for me is hospitality. Because the barn is such a beautiful space and it's so worthy of a retreat, and people come from the city and they want to be able to take multiple classes and not commute back and forth. I'm looking into having a retreat space so that I can have them, stay overnight. And that's this place that I just found through the help of your wife, Airbnb.
I'm married.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
a beautiful woman who's very caring also and very helpful. She
She's
helped
the
me
best.
find
And
this.
very patient.
Yeah, very patient. Yeah, she's married to Alan.
Yeah, you come over to my house, okay?
I've known Linda a long time.
So hospitality,
Sweet person.
Hospitality, and like a way to really continue the energy that happens at the barn, like overnight, couple days. Because when people take these types of classes, they're transformative, and if you condense it into like a weekend, it really does have a big impact.
And see, it's funny you mentioned that, because when I was saying before, Christine takes a lot of classes and all this. This is one of the things she's been talking about.
She's like, I come home and I have to change the baby.
Where can I have like a weekend getaway
Exactly.
somewhere like that?
And right here in the Hudson
Now
Valley.
I know where to find her.
Yeah,
She disappeared
yeah.
for the
Well, we
weekend.
have a couple minutes. I'm going to do something which you're not expecting. me to
Again,
do.
all this
The
surprise, all these surprises.
the first 5
It is the
people who
holidays.
call in, Michelle will give you a free lesson. Would that be okay with you?
Yes, of course.
And you have 3 minutes to call. Again, it's 845-651-1110. 651-1110. If you call within the next couple of minutes, we will.
Oh, we got one? Oh, 1 minute.
Oh, we have 1 minute.
Oh.
So if anyone calls in the next 5 minutes to say...
Or writes on the Facebook Live.
Or writes on our Facebook Live, which is facebook.com/AJRoss Creative.
Yep.
Michelle will give you a free lesson. So we have 1 minute left.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm really honored that...
Well, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a good friend to the agency. You're a good friend to my wife.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've always had a soft spot to people who really care about what they're doing and are strong enough to take the ups and downs. And we're always here for you.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank
So
you.
are we almost
We will
close?
have that new website up next year.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
will.
keep an eye on our new website coming up.
With a lot of great photography,
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you,
it's pretty cool.
Michelle, and thank you, Carlos. This is Alan Ross from AJRoss Creative Media. And if you'd like to go see what we do, it's AJRoss.com. This is Creative Marketing. I'm Alan Ross, and we'll speak to you or hear from you next week. Thank you.